Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And if at any point this message resonates with you, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe, or comment below to let me know how this message is showing up in your world. And for starters, I would like to say I've been picking up on a very agitated energy. Somebody's feeling very anxious. And so, what I will do is I will read inside the stones to see what this energy is about. And with that being said, let's get right into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest, it has to do with where you're positioned at this particular time. It's as if you may have been isolating yourself a bit, isolating your energy, refraining from being around people and things. What I'm gathering is you may be in low contact because the energy that you're in is so otherworldly, and you're tapping into it. It's as if you're in a choir with your spiritual guides or your spiritual team, and you're fueling this energy. You're absorbing all of this energy and the purity of it. And you don't want any interference from the outside world. The challenge that you may be encountering is that this is a lot of energy. It's very high frequency. And it may be rattling you in a way that is causing you to feel anxious. It's causing your anxiety to flare up in a way that could cause you to experience some frustration. Frustration with the job that you may be on. Frustration with the route your life has taken. Frustration with certain relationship dynamics, frustrated with life in general, because this energy doesn't transfer over in the 3D in the very same way with the purity attached to it. What I mean by this is that once you enter the collective consciousness, it's a shared consciousness. And the frequency that you're picking up on, that you're fueling and absorbing from being connected to a higher energy source, somehow gets diluted once you enter into the day-to-day cycle, into the mundane world. But the unique part of this is that what's holding you up is the fact that there is a creative consciousness that has been fueled and cultivated by this energy or this relationship that you have with this high energy source. It's as if this is what's giving you groundedness and giving you the ability to be able to stay in that frequency for a long time without it causing you to malfunction or to misstep. However, your world your day-to-day world may be experiencing impact from your frequential changes, meaning that you might not be as active. You might not be a part of the collective consciousness that says grind, 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 hustle, 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 work, work, work. But instead, you're taking a carefree approach right now, allowing this energy to move through you. But the higher energy is saying that now that you have rejuvenated yourself in this way, it's time for you to ground yourself in real time. Ground yourself in the real world. Ground yourself back at home, within yourself, for you to take action with this particular frequency that you have. Cutting open the paradigm in a way that gives you your financial freedom to be able to, one, provide healing for the community and the people that are in it. But on the other side, the obstacle is showing up here next to your clarity stone, which suggests that you've accepted and know deep down within yourself the energy and the frequency that you have has the capacity of healing without a question. However, you're coming up against a brick wall in terms of your vision, in terms of the steps and the action that is needed for you to kickstart the spiritual side of things, so you don't have to let this energy go, let this frequency go. That's why you're staying in it, because there's purity in it and it feels so good. It feels as if you're at home, and there's something about you not having to deal with a lot of people. It seems like once you open that door or pick up the phone, problems arise. You're trying to figure out how can you maintain the purity of your energy and take the proper steps so it can materialize in the 3D in a way that gives you a certain sense of accomplishment, authority, and relief. And what I will do is I will pull some clarifiers around of the barrier that's here, that's sitting next to your desire to see things more clearly in terms of you taking steps in the world of magic, in the world of the spirit. What is the challenge that the collective is having when it comes to materializing this high frequency energy? Okay. The cards that came out were separation, not yourself, acknowledge your work, and give yourself grace. What I'm downloading is that you may be experiencing some form of separation. That's probably why you're in isolation at this moment. Separating from people that are not in alignment with this energy, who don't have the proper understanding to see you for who you are. And being in this energy and being separated is causing you to feel like you're not yourself, as if you're morphing into something different, something much more pure. Acknowledging your creative side, acknowledging your work, the true value that you carry. And this is a lot to handle. This is not easy. This is actually a very difficult experience to undergo. That's why the card came out. It says, give yourself grace. To be a highly intuitive healer in this paradigm comes with many challenges. Staying in the frequency, staying in the flow, being responsible enough to honor the frequency of your very energy, but also being attached to a community, attached to friendships, attached to an organization. But the truth of the matter is that you're changing. You're taking quantum leaps, graduating from different spiritual literacy levels, enhancing your knowledge in a way that others around you do not quite understand. This separation is causing you to feel the weight of it, causing you to question whether you've made the right decision. If it's not that question, it's the question of, where am I to go now? That's what this obstacle is you're dealing with the consequences of you remaining true to yourself, remaining true to a higher energy, a higher frequency that is going to bless you in a way that other people around you do not understand. But you have to remain true to your mission. Because the stone that's showing up here is action. You have to keep going. You have a mission to accomplish. You have work to do. You're not only here to accumulate spiritual knowledge, spiritual wisdom, and hoard it for yourself. It's time to get down to business. Put that energy that you've been absorbing to use. And don't worry too much about the next step. That isn't your obstacle. Your obstacle is allowing yourself to be free and giving yourself grace by knowing that this comes with the territory. And you must remain confident and know that you are indeed on the right path. There's nothing wrong with you. This is just a part of it. People just don't talk about it. Wow, I hope that message, I hope I was able to articulate the messages and the downloads properly. Because it was very potent, very otherworldly. You've been living very close to the other side. Yeah, that comes with a high degree of intense energy. And I do agree, you must give yourself grace and allow the changes to take place. And if this message has resonated with you so far, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe or comment below to let me know how this message, or if this message is showing up in your world. With that being said, I'm going to shift the energy and pull some more cards to see what the higher energy or what your spiritual guides would like for me to convey with you at this particular time. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective? Okay. The cards that came out were creating space for others, knowing the difference, and higher source. You may be an empath. You may have been the type of person that always found a way to be there for others. Always answering the call, giving them counsel, and providing some degree of solace to the very people who needed it. Now that you have become aware of yourself, aware of who you are, you're starting to know the difference between things like codependency, knowing the difference between being there for others and creating space for others to be themselves. You can't do the work for people. People have to make a choice for themselves to be better. Make a choice to do something different. And if you may have came to terms with the fact that your heart was in the right place. However, you were probably used in ways that you didn't even realize. And now you're coming to terms with the fact that you can be there for other people in a different way without allowing yourself to be used. And refraining from enabling people from doing their own work. Now you understand what it means to create space for others. Giving them insight, but not constantly picking up the pieces for them. But instead, you can inspire and encourage and give them the opportunity to make the proper choices. And if they don't make it, so be it. But you're not making concessions after concessions with people anymore. You're not being a lapdog or do girl or do boy for the sake of your good heart. For the sake of you putting a badge on your shoulder and saying that you do this for others. You're well beyond those means now. You know the difference. Wow. A very powerful message. And with that being said, guys, I will close out this healing circle for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. And I will see you all at the next healing circle.